What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to Mother Russia. More like Aunt Canada. Your nice Aunt Canada, bakes you some pie, makes up your bed, and it's the aunt you love. I wish I was in Mother Russia because I feel like I'd be 10 times tougher. In this video, what I want to talk about is the chakra system, which is like this Hindu system of energy in your body, and there's, depending on the system, there's like a bunch of them. I barely know anything about any of them really, but there's the mainstream one, the 7 chakra system, and it's just like essentially an energy fields in your body. And if you feel imbalanced in a certain way, you're probably imbalanced in one or more chakras. And obviously, the whole point is to balance all 7 chakras and live a happy, balanced life. And another interesting thing is, the idea of 7 hells and 7 heavens, which is such a common, recurring theme in a lot of major religions. You can think of the 7 chakras as the layers of heaven and hell. Really, you can think of it. So I'm gonna start in this video just talking about the root chakra, but I'll just introduce it. You have 7 chakras. The first one is the root, which is at the base of your spine. The second one is the sacral or sex chakra. That's around your navel, 3 inches below your genitals. Third one is solar plexus, which is right here, like at the center of your belly, between basically just a little bit underneath your chest and belly. And then fourth one is the heart, which is right here in the chest. Fifth one is the throat. And sixth one is the third eye. Seventh one is the crown. That's when you just transcend. And you can really think of it, really, the 7 hells and heavens that we constantly hear of. You can think of it in terms of chakras as well, right? And now you can be living in all 7 layers of hell if all your chakras are imbalanced in a negative way, and you can be living in all 7 layers of heaven if all your chakras are balanced in a positive way. So very interesting stuff. I barely know anything about it. Barely, and I'm going to be scratching the surface with these videos because I myself have only scratched the surface with these things. So we'll talk about the root chakra in this video. It is at the base of your spine. It is associated, it's called root because it's associated with survival and safety and grounding. And a lot of people, unfortunately, in the world are stuck there in the first layer. They're trying to balance the first layer, and you hear a lot of times people have like lower back issues, and they go to doctors and they try to diagnose it, but they don't know why. And a lot of times it has to do with like financial issues, and it's mental. They're worried about paying their bills, they're maybe late on their rent, and then they start getting lower back issues. That's because that chakra is out of balance. They're living in that scarcity mindset. They don't feel safety. They don't feel a closeness to earth. They don't feel like earth provides them with everything they need in this world to survive and thrive. And because they don't, they're worried about paying their bills. They're worried about, getting getting their kids to college, university, something like that, right? So, of course, you're gonna start having lower back issues, and doctors won't even know why. How do you balance it? The imbalance could go 2 ways. It can go with overstimulation, meaning you're really greedy and you can't have enough. And you're constantly greedy. You constantly want more things, more money, more this, more that, and you're still somewhat living in that fear mindset, that scarcity mindset. If you're always just thinking about, I want more, even if you have enough. you're still operating from a place of fear. You're still insecure at the very base of it all, right? And so that's one way of it being overstimulated. Another way of being understimulated is if you're living in scarcity mindset all the time. You know, you're constantly worried about paying your bills. You look and see the world as this brutal struggle, survival of the fittest kind of environment, kind of world, and that's your worldview. And constantly you're trying to go out there and you're trying to survival of the fittest, and you're constantly just living in I gotta do whatever I can just to get ahead. Ways to balance that imbalance, right? First thing first, go out into nature. Because when we get too stuck in this civilization game, we forget that all of this money and all of these games to begin with come from the natural world. Like even the money, paper. What is paper? Paper comes from trees or hemp. You know, what is laptops and technology? If money right now is no longer paper, but it's, you know, through this technology, well, where did we come up with this technology? It all came from nature. The sources, the raw material and everything. So by coming here to earth, to nature, and, you know, walk barefoot, but if it's too cold like right now, good luck. But you know, if you live in a nice environment or it's a nice season, walk barefoot and just go walk around in nature. Get in touch with the source of all things, the source of all these games that we constantly play to survive. Right here. Come here, walk barefoot, spend the whole day walking barefoot in nature, and watch how you feel. You're gonna feel amazing. They call it grounding. And I don't know the science behind it, I don't know the logic behind it, I don't know anything, but I've done it before, and it's incredible. Feeling is understanding, it's incredible. So, do that. Another thing, exercise. Exercise. Because, see, we're designed as hunter-gatherers. Most of our lifespan as humans, we were hunter-gatherers. We're designed to move, to hunt, to run. That's what grounds us. That's what keeps us grounded to earth. Now, we're not exercising as a society because you get up and first thing you do is you get in your car and you sit down, or you get in a bus and you sit down, and then you go and sit in front of a desk for 8 fucking hours, right? So as a society, we're not even exercising anymore. You know, we have these little gyms that we go to, and most of us barely have any time to go, and when we do, we don't really exercise there. We're going not to feel guilty. But when you exercise, and I mean exercise, go for a run, and run for your life. Go watch Forrest Gump, see how he ran, and try to just run like Forrest Gump. Okay? Or Rocky. Go watch the Rocky movies. And watch how he does that run, and he goes up and celebrates, and start doing that. But run for your life. Exercise for your life. It will ground you. Go for a run in nature. It will ground you. You will feel grounded. You'll feel strong, right? You will feel, you'll feel your body. You'll feel like this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to run. I'm here to exercise. I'm here to move. I'm here to hunt. I'm here to move and run, right? And exercise and lift stuff. So that is a powerful way. One of the most powerful ways to balance. A lot of these guys that are totally greedy and just completely imbalanced in that way, they barely exercise, you know? If you go talk to them the last time they exercised, they will tell you, oh, I went to the gym yesterday, but really, they just went there for half an hour and barely did shit. So if you really exercise and you really push it to the limits, you'll feel a sense of balance and grounding. You'll feel a sense of balance in your root, in your connection to Mother Earth, Mother Nature. And then obviously, like we said before, go for walks in nature. And if the weather permits, go barefoot. It is incredible. This is one thing I miss about summers and fall. is I can't walk barefoot because my feet, if I take off my shoes right now, within a few minutes it's gonna be ice fucking cold. So other than that, change the perspective of looking at Earth as an abundant source of security and resources for everybody, because it really is. We do, as a society right now, have enough resources to feed everybody, to shelter everybody, to clothe everybody. We absolutely do. And that's the truth. The truth is, start look at Earth, start look at this beautiful, vibrant planet that we live in as this incredible source of abundance, of abundant resources, financial resources and otherwise. Financial, food, water, shelter, everything, man, is abundant. It really is. It's an incredible planet. It's an amazing, wonderful, beautiful, sexy planet. You know, it's the sexiest planet there is out of all the planets in this galaxy. So yeah, that. And the other thing also that is associated with the imbalance in this root chakra is lack of community, but that also carries on to other chakras and energies and emotional and mental issues and concerns as well. But also that sense of community, that sense of family, that sense of, and family doesn't have to be blood, it could be a bunch of friends that just love you and support you. If you need money, they'll give you money. It could be your family, right? But that sense of community, hey, there's security, right? Security. So anyway, that's my rant. And as you guys can see, I barely know anything about this stuff, but it's very interesting. I'm kind of reading up about it more as we go on now. And obviously, the more I learn about it, the more I can share. But the essence of it, the root chakra, is associated with survival and safety. And the best ways to balance it is to exercise, get physical, and go for walks in nature, and take off your shoes and feel your connection to the earth. Feel your connection to the planet. You're part of the planet. You are part of nature. We are part of the ecosystem. We're not the ecosystem, like many people would have you believe. We're not the ecosystem. Humanity is not the ecosystem. We're part of the ecosystem. Okay? So that's it. Other than that, I love you guys, and we'll be talking. So next 6 videos, what I'm going to be doing is talking about each chakra, right? So we started off with the root, and just every day we'll talk about another one, like DJ Khaled would say, another one. As always, don't forget to subscribe, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.